Hi guys, good morning. I found some free time, so I thought, even if I'm behind a bit, to do some of the Bjd Addicts prompts list. I thought it was a fun thing, just rambling on about who I am and my Bjd experiences and dreams and plans and all that stuff. So the first one is introduction. I am quite a private person, but I started this channel, Carrie's Dolls and Crafts, just because I wanted to document a lot of my experiences, since it's thanks to all you guys out there who shared your knowledge and love for the dolls, and also all the newbie questions that will arise. I had them myself, and I was a bit shy about asking, so I did a lot of research on Google, and I got in on DOA and found a lot of info there, and also on Facebook. And just I'm a very lucky person because I've had a really good experience getting into the BJD hobby. Just I've met a lot of wonderful people, and that just it's absolutely great. It makes me feel like want to share more about myself and my dolls. If the community hadn't been so nice, then I would probably just keep more to myself, I suppose. But introduction. My name is, in Swedish, it's pronounced Jeanette Elving. I suppose you could in English say Janet or Jeanette. I know it's always hard to pronounce, it sounds so weird in my ears, so I usually go by my middle name, which actually is Carrie. So if you have any questions or something like that, or ever talk to me in person, it's okay if you call me Carrie. I think it's easier, and it also sets the tone for my persona as the VD collector, so to speak. I was born 1988, so this summer I will turn 29. I live in Sweden, in the south, in a town called Hässleholm, and I live in a 2-room apartment with my boyfriend, soon to be fiance, and I am really thankful that both through him and my family I have received nothing but support, since I have always been a creative person, and I have always gone my own way. It started out with painting. I trained for a painter when I was very young, and I have been singing before when I was young too, for an opera teacher, and just sculpted and painted and created things. I was a lot into the mixed media art styles that arose, that was popular a few years ago. I have always been fond of using different materials and styles and making painting and sculptures and other stuff like that. So as you can see, if I turn a little bit, you see the dollhouse on top of my dresser. That is a dollhouse I made out of what you call it, joint compound, wooden dowels, cardboard stock, paper, white glue, and just, you know, random stuff you have at home. If I had any egg cartons or something like that, I would have used that as well. That's what I like. I like to use cheap and good materials. For me, growing up, we weren't poor, but we didn't have an excess of money, so that makes you want to be resourceful and getting good at using what you have to get good results. So that is what I do, and that is what my passion is, to take simple, cheap stuff and make wonderful things. That is what makes me really happy and gets my creativity flowing. So of course the dream for me will be to start sculpting my own Bjd stuff. I don't know if I will go all the way to make a full Bjd, but you know, heads and parts like hands and feet, and you know, stuff that I can find be missing for my Bjd dreams, you know, like if I have a character that I want to create and I just can't find the right you know, parts like fantasy legs or fantasy hands or a head or, you know, anything like that, and without having to do a crazy modding or stuff like that. So that is something I've been thinking about doing, you know, doing different kind of fantasy feet and hands, so I can create, you know, hybrid dolls with not too much hassle or problems, but yeah, so that's just me. I am totally into just fantasy dollies, even if most of my dolls are human normal dolls, and I love them. That is the things that attracts me the most. And when it comes to my Bjds, I think I started the first time in 2012. I think I was, yeah, it started out with, I found, you know, Monster High and Barbie and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I like dolls, but I like them to be able to pose better. So I googled, I found Obitsu, and I was like, that's interesting. And then the price, of course, some of the bigger Obitsus are a bit expensive. I understand why, but at the same time it was a lot of money. And then I found Bjds, and I was like, oh my god. Oh dear. So I researched a lot, and finally I found a company which you all probably know, Bobby. It's a sister company to Resin Soul, but they have their own sculpts as well. And I thought, okay, well, I think I have the money, and I just bought a Bobby Lotus on a whim. And she got here, and it didn't click. She was a lovely sculpt. I mean, she was done very well. It was just her posing was lacking. She was single jointed, and I immediately knew that is not for me. I know there are a lot of lovely Bjds that are single jointed, and some people are completely fine with it, and that is okay. I'm really happy for them, but for me it just didn't work. So I did a face up, my first face up, and fixed her up a bit, made some clothes and stuff and sold her. And then I waited and I waited, and I was like, oh my goodness, all the BDs I wanted was really expensive, of course, or the ones I found that was really pretty. And time went on, and I saved money, and I just put the BDD hobby on the shelf, so to speak, and just thought, I'll wait. There are more important things. And then I think it was last summer, I think. Yeah, this past year to today is my BD year, so to speak. So a bit before my birthday in July, I found on Etsy the modal company, or modal BGD heads sold by Natrume, and I saw my con. I did. It was the Benedict Cumberbatch head, and it was like, what is it? $137 or $150? I don't know, but it was some money. It is an expensive hobby, and you get used to the price after a while. For me, when I started looking at BDs, I thought that bobby and resin saw was expensive, but as I progressed into the hobby and I saw the prices over and over again, I got accustomed to it being higher and higher. I think it's the same with, houses. When I was young, the houses was really cheap, and now the house prices have gone up, and you get used to that as well. So I think when you start out, you will get shocked by the prices, especially if you don't know the whole process behind making a BED. I know I was very ignorant about it. I didn't really understand it. I just thought, oh my god, that much money for a doll. But now I do get it. And so, as I was saying, I bought the head for myself as a birthday present, and then started the long journey on finding the right body. And that is what made me so, I guess, into, or just knowing. I'm not an expert or anything or know everything, but it got me to know a lot about resin matching and resin comparisons and hybrids and stuff like that, and I finally understand that is something I'm really passionate about. Sorry about the background. I have to have the windows open because it's really hot out here today, sunny, and I live in the middle of the city, so it's a lot of cars and neighbors and stuff, but I hope you hear what I'm saying. So anyway, I finally found a good resin match. It was somewhat of a whim, because I didn't per se find that combination as a picture or anything, but I just went with it, and it was the long sole normal yellow, and it fit like a glove. The head match, the neck size and the resin match, and the proportion, everything, and it made me so freaking happy, because then I felt, okay, I'm onto something, and I'm starting to find me in this hobby. And I think that is really important, because it's very easy to see all these beautiful, really expensive and nice looking dollies, and you think, oh my god, I want that one, exactly that one. And in the process of trying to copy or imitate others, you lose yourself, because that is what we all are in a sense when it comes to BEDs. We are all artists, in a small or big scale. We are creative, and we like to make something, follow a dream or an idea or something puts us in this hobby. And for me, we are all unique, and we all share our love for dolls, and I think that it's really, really important to be respectful and to accept everybody, because we're all unique, we're all different, and we all have different dreams and ideas and stuff that makes us happy. And I'm really, really lucky to have found somewhat my path and what I want to do. So yeah, I'm grateful. Anyway, on to the introduction. After that, I stumbled upon a really lovely doll, a shiny doll Jackie, on the second-hand market, and she kind of just got home to me. I still have her, and she have gone through a lot of changes, because, like I said, at first, when you start into the Bjd hobby, you're insecure and you try to find out who you are, and it's so easy to get influenced by all other people and their dolls and their ideas. So I didn't know what to do. I tried a lot of things, and finally I just accepted that my dolls, for me, will have a lot of personas. They can be a lot of different characters, and that is how it went on with when I got my Lanola sleeping head, and I modded her open, and I got the oh my goodness, how many dolls do I have? I got the dolls on deer head, and I got I have a resin soul on the way, and I got the soul doll, soul double, and all of those dollies and more that I have coming. It just made me think that once I have the doll complete, what am I supposed to do with it? And then I thought, my dollies will never be finished, because I have to have an ongoing goal about all of them. So like Khan, it is very easy, because he can be, Benedict has been a lot of characters. He can be Khan from Star Trek, he can be Sherlock Holmes, he can be Doctor Strange if you want it, or any other character, or fantasy, he can be just a king or anything. So I can always continue to make wigs and clothes and stuff for him. And the same with my Lanola head. She, or doll, I will get her a body. She will always be like going from princess to pirate to any other strong or cute female figures I want. Jackie can go from a fairy like Tinkerbell to a troll or elf, anything, and so on and so on. That is how I get on with my BDs, and how I find happiness and what you call it, content, whatever makes me happy and gets my creativity continuing and going on, and also that is how I can, help others and continue to learn and get new ideas. So yeah, sorry about all the rambling, but I thought I would do an introduction video just to get it out there, and if anybody feels finds this video interesting, thank you. But yeah, so this is me. If you ever have any questions or just want to ask or talk, just write me a message. I hopefully will get a notification that I have a message written somewhere here on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Bye.